sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT.
Right. We are live.
Welcome back to another show, GOI. Well, I don't even know what show we're on, John. I'm so sorry, but it's a great day to, great day to be a Raven, great day to be a Raider, great day to be a Bear already. The Colts won, and we're back at it here in GOI. Today, we're going to be talking about some surprises out of each division. We're going to kind of rapid fire it. Obviously today we just got the main man, Mr. John, and myself here today, but we do have some more guests lined up. Johnny boy, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Getting ready for Christmas to be over. So, but
and you got a big game coming up here. Did you guys get it officially scheduled? Is it tonight?
No, I think it's this afternoon. So it'll be tonight for Mo. It's going to be I guess what, 7:30 his time, but it'll be 1:30 here in the States, playing our international game in Berlin. So,
all right. Well, it's better than what I had to do with my game. Ryan kept me up a little later than I normally want to or like to, but seemed to be the only time we could kind of get it in with our schedules the next couple of days before Monday in the advance. And I don't even think we'll make it till then. We're rapid firing through. We're already on week 8. Pushing in right towards the midway point of the season number 2 of Madden 23. So yeah, let's get to it, John. Let's just bust into some divisions here. Let's start in the AFC. We'll go to my division, AFC North. Anybody surprise you out of there?
Well, since I hung a loss on Pittsburgh, that's got to be a surprise. So usually a pretty standout competitor and gives you fits. So, and I had a pretty good win. I know he said he had some gameplay problems, but either way, a win's a win.
Yeah, I agree completely. Brandon is, one of my favorite users to play against. He always plays me hard, gives me, his best shot every time. To me, seeing him sitting at 2-5 right now, I was hoping he'd be a little bit higher. He still could get second in the division. I don't know if he'll be able to win the division. He'll have to have me go down pretty hard, but I do have some tough games coming up. Aaron's doing as expected, and Tremaine, to me, through some of the issues he's had to go with this season, got a couple early losses with his system breaking down and stuff. So yeah, to me, the surprise is the Steelers. I was really hoping for just a touch more, All right, AFC South. You got Houston, Indy, Titans, and Jags.
It started off, I was a little surprised originally with the Colts, but he seems to have turned it around quite a bit. Well, we got an ESPN update coming through. Mo's kind of new to the scene. So, and I'm not going to jinx that because that's who I'm playing today. So I'm not saying anything bad about Mo because you know how karma works for me. So really, I think Jacksonville is kind of the shocker there. You can't expect Peter not to be at the top.
Yeah, I agree. Jags, to me, Jalen and the Jags, I think he started 3 or 4-0 when he first got here last season at the end, won the wild card battle to get in the playoffs, faced a tough Buffalo team. Found out real quick we got some users in here, and I just seeing him at 1-7 right now is a complete shock to me. I definitely thought Jalen was on top of his game, doing some things. He made a lot of moves in the off season. And that way, just kind of awkward for him being 1-7 right now, but he's still fighting and battling and giving it all he got. He played a good game against the Colts today. He was second in the division, so that's always good to see. And I imagine he'll figure it out soon, but to me, that's a little bit of a surprise. AFC East, you got the Dolphins, the Patriots with Bailey, the Jets and Jake, and Buffalo Bills and Tom.
Well, until Bailey and I had our recent collapse, we might have been the shocker there. So, but the season's still only halfway through. But I mean, seeing Buffalo down there without a win, that's probably the shocker of the league. Tom, a lot of times, I think, just from memory, he starts off a little slow, but we're past the point where he would turn it on. I mean, he's probably getting close to being mathematically eliminated. I haven't done the math on it yet, but 0 wins through 7 games is not a good place to be. So
you sound like you're speaking from experience there, John. To me, I'm going to go surprise still with the Dolphins. Normally, John, I looked historically, I think you average 3-4 wins a season. Here we are in week 8, and you already got 4 wins. You're sitting atop the division right now. You and Bailey split the division, so the division's still wide open to be won. And maybe a little bias, I'm pulling for you. And we just want to keep seeing you do well. So yeah, the Dolphins to me are the surprise out of the AFC East, still fighting for winning that division. And as far as I know, your first playoff berth here in GOI.
The old Dolphins.
I always like the gif you throw up of the humping porpoise. I don't know whatever you want to call it, but it makes me laugh every time. AFC West, you got the Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, Chargers.
That's probably I just went through a couple games in that division. I don't want to go back. So, for me, I don't know. I thought Matt would probably be I thought he'd be over 500 this season in LA. So that one's I was a little surprised by that, but nobody's too far off in this division. One of our more competitive ones.
Yeah, I agree. AFC West looks tough top to bottom. Obviously Jay and the Chiefs are the perennial, leaders, although the Chargers snuck up and won it from them last year. So yeah, I'd go to the big surprise there is the Chargers. I like what E-Man's got going on. He's 5-2, and I thought he was going to make some noise last season, but kind of faded down the stretch. So sitting there tied for the division lead at 5-2. In fact, he's the featured intro video to the league with his overtime win against Buffalo there. I was watching it live, and it was just a great play. He went for the end zone in the overtime and got it with Waller the baller, and that was it. That was all she wrote. All right, moving over to NFC, you got the Packers, Vikings, Lions, Bears.
Well, for me, I should say the surprise is that Connor's still 6-1 because everybody guns for Connor. So, but no, just kidding. I guess the Bears, although he had a nice win today, he had a nice win over the Vikings. So, but the Bears being 3-5 after going to the Super Bowl last year, that's definitely a Super Bowl hangover for that team. Although usually happens to the winning team. But he's going to have to work hard if he wants to get back to the big game this season.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Bears as well. He made the Super Bowl. I thought he had things rolling in the right direction there. He came out slow in last season 19, and ended up making the playoffs and then going on his little Cinderella run there. But yeah, I just, I guess because it's Denzel and I've played him so many times and how good he is that, yeah, a little bit of surprise as well. NFC South, you got Tampa Bay Bucks, the Saints, Panthers, and the Falcons.
This is another one where, looking at it, I mean, no surprise that Ray's up at the top, one of our undefeated teams. And just personally, Kobe being 4-2, I think is good for him. Seems like he's taking a little bit more seriously this season, trying to put some wins up and trying to compete. So really it comes down to Kevin. It seemed like he finished last year pretty strong and he started the season pretty strong. So I was kind of surprised. I thought he might be, challenging Ray a little bit more too. And at 3-3, 500 ball, I just thought he was going to be a little bit stronger this season. Atlanta's still rebuilding. So for me, it's the Panthers being 3-3 right now.
Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that. Kevin's just been playing out of his mind. He beat Ray, at least in the regular season last year, and I think he got him no, that was Denzel that got him in the playoffs. I'm going to go with Kobe. I mean, he's obviously made some adjustments. His offense looks fantastic. He looks like he's on the ball defensively. He almost beat Ray already this season. which it always seems to be some sort of tough luck loss against Ray, but they'll play again here. So Kobe's got some things figured out. I know I don't like to play him. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Saints there, sitting 4-2. Bucks are doing what they normally do, winning 6-0. But the Saints are sitting right there, right behind them, and they still have a game to play against the Bucks as well.
While you're on it though, I think probably the biggest shocker for the entire league this season is we saw Kobe talking in chat before 2 p.m. That was the big shock. I mean, I've never seen him that early. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. That's getting close to a record for him for sure. NFC East, you got the Eagles, Giants sitting at 6-1. The Commanders 3-4, and the Cowboys 1-6.
Wow. So good job by the Eagles and the Giants. For me, it's almost a split. I really thought Tommy was, he was definitely posturing to come out and have a big season. Again, I think the Dolphins might have broke his back a little bit early in the season. He had to recover from that. That was one of our surprising wins. But Dallas at 1-6, he's got a lot of weapons. And so I didn't think I thought this division would be a little tighter. So having Dallas down with 1 win was a little bit of a surprise for me.
Yeah, I can see that. Obviously Dallas took over. I don't know. I think they were 0-3 or 0-4 when they took over. They have all the pieces, but I'm going to stick with the Commanders. I was on their bandwagon earlier this season, a couple shows ago, talking about Tommy making some noise about being back, and I think maybe the porpoise did break his back or something, or his whole family's back or whatever it was, but he just hasn't looked the same since. And he's got a long way to go, obviously, with the Eagles and the Giants playing as well as they are. All right, moving over to the last division, NFC West. You got the Cardinals 6-1, the Rams at 3-5, the 49ers at 1-5, and the Seahawks 1-6.
The Seahawks get a pass because they've had more coaches than some of the NFL teams that we make fun of. So I mean, that's I'm sure they'll get settled down here soon. Phil's back, and I'm sure he'll get up to speed with it. And man, Darnell, he's going to be in the same category as me. Everybody roots for Darnell. He's a classy player and always shows up, and I'd love to see him get some more wins. So I guess just the Rams at 3-5. I think I really thought that they would be a little bit stronger, and not just 3-5. He's like 3-5 with like 3 blowouts, which is really kind of surprising. In fact, that's what you were burning the midnight oil for, just to roast him alive. So it's really surprising for Ryan. It might be karma for when he was trying to be the advocate for all the GMs against the league. So now it's biting him back when he used to give us a hard time in chat. So maybe he should go back to that.
Yeah, I agree. I actually have a tie here. I'm going to go with the Rams sitting at 3-5, and the Cardinals are actually playing really good. I hate playing Anthony. I think I actually play him this season. Checking in right now, he's actually tied right now with the Eagles, the 6-1 Eagles, and the Cardinals are facing off into the third quarter, 17-all still in that game. And Anthony's just playing really well. But yeah, I agree. The Rams are definitely up there for me. It sounded like he was trying his best to either get a fair sim or force win. I didn't really want that. So we stayed up late out, Kobe hours, Connor hours, 2 a.m. to play a game, and we got it in late last night. And of course, his internet connection was having issues, and we had to restart and all kind of fun stuff. But we finished the game, and I can't let all the AFC North have that much fun against the Rams. So we joined the party on that as well. So, John, anything else you got?
No, I mean, the season's going great. I think we have a lot of, I don't think we've had this many game summaries ever. So I'm loving the culture of the league. Everybody's doing a great job. In a lot of competition, you look at it, and teams that are getting blown out one week are taking it to overtime the next week. Like I said, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited for the second half of the season. I think it's going to change. I don't think that we're going to have the same teams at the top when we're getting ready to go into the playoffs. So pretty awesome, pretty exciting. I look forward to it. I look forward more to GOI football than I do Thursday night football. 100%. I was more interested in our games Thursday than I was what I was watching on TV. So.
Yeah, I agree completely. And one of the ways that, I like to see how the culture is doing in the league is how fast we're moving through weeks. And it seems we're busting through weeks about, one every at least 2 days or something like that. We're advancing. So that means everybody's having fun, doing their thing, growing, getting better. Love the chat, love the comments, love reading game summaries. I'm an addict as well. I'll flip on a GOI game and watch you guys battle it out any day. It's a lot of fun for me, and I enjoy it more than a lot of stuff on the regular TV. So keep it up, you guys. We do have a guest for next week, so if you're interested in guesting, if you have clips of your games, I still need those for some intros, or you're just going to get what I feel should be out there. And other than that, we want to wish you guys a happy holidays. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you guys for everything you do, and keep going strong, you guys.